Okay. Well, with that being the case, why don't we go ahead and get started, and then I guess, Steve, if you have any questions, just go ahead and type them in using the chat function, and we'll go ahead and try to respond that way. So I'll do a very quick intro here and just welcome everybody to this month's call. As you know, we did not have the call back in October, but we wanted to go ahead and reconvene here in November, this time around virtual learning, and have a discussion around something that's been going on and related to some work with our 1KC wired region. So to talk to us about what they're doing there, I've got Dr. Keith Carey and Steve Waddell, and I'll go ahead and turn it over to them, and then afterward we'll have open discussion, and we'll have the demo now. So Keith and Steve, we'll turn it over to you.
Sounds great. Steve will be the main attraction, but I wanted to provide a little context before he launches into the demo. When we were considering projects under Wire, one of the things that we were struggling with in biotechnology was career awareness, both at the K through 12 level, certainly concerned about middle and high school, and I would also say adult learners through the public workforce system. I had been getting beat up pretty badly by one of the WIDs here in terms of helping him have his people access biotechnology careers. So as we learned more about some of the virtual learning tools that were out there, the hope was to be able to design something that would fit both of those needs. We were aware of support learning and some of the stuff that Steve Waddell had been doing, but we also thought it was appropriate to release an RFP looking for others who might be in that space. Based on the proposals that we got back and capabilities and understanding of the project, Steve was awarded that project. And he worked with a number of the biotechnology stakeholders in the community to generate a lot of the material that goes into this career simulation. We also wanted to be sure that there was a solution that was offered through this in terms of if you were interested in biotechnology careers, there was a pathway that this simulation would lead you to, or down, I should say. Johnson County Community College was the primary educational resource for biotechnology in our region, so they are featured fairly prominently within the simulation. So that being said, we have this in hand now. We are exploring ways that we're going to push this out to communities both on the Kansas side and Missouri side in the 1KC region. We've also had preliminary conversations with the appropriate folks at the public workforce system, one-stop career centers, as to how we would roll this out within their shops. So we're pulling the trigger on this fairly quickly, and it'll be very interesting to get your all's feedback. So Steve, unless there's specific questions, we can launch into the demo.
Anybody have any specific questions? Okay, well, let me go ahead and tell you guys, I'm going to take you through a brief demonstration of this career simulation that Keith has been talking about. This is an online application. We're going to go ahead and right into it. I'm going to describe how this works. As we launch into this, you see there's an intern orientation. I'm going to take a break now and just kind of tell you what you're about to see. And essentially, what you're going to see is a career simulation. This is an interactive, giant role-play game where the learner gets to play the part of a new hire at a company. And as part of this career simulation, they're going to be getting faxes and emails and voicemails and video messages, and they're going to have co-workers and mentors and friends and bosses, and they're going to be producing a product. That's part of this project-based learning experience they're going to have. And as we lead them through this story-centered experience, that's a first-person point of view, they're going to be, creating this product and going through a set of what we call the certifications or the trainings that they're going to go through to help them understand the kind of a broad view of skills that you need to go into the biotechnology, life sciences world. We'll go ahead and launch on into this. And here you see our virtual internship series starting up for biotechnology. Go into the first project. And this is the way the whole thing kicks off. As you can tell, it doesn't read like a textbook, but this isn't. This is going to be a first-person story about the learner's life. They're going to live this experience going to work for this company. As they're going through this, we're going to use this left-hand side, feed the learner with all sorts of different information. There's going to be career information. There's even pop culture, history, technology. All those things are going to be popping up on this left-hand side, what we call the sidebars. Let's go ahead and click on this first one here. I'm going to bring up some information that's going to talk about the career path that lab technician is, including discussions about the kind of money you can make and starting salaries and such. I'll go ahead and apologize right now that the system I'm using, my notebook here, is running really slow ever since I got a Vista update 2 days ago. And so if my system seems to take a little bit more of a lag time, it's because I just really enjoy the opportunity to experience this stuff. And so anyway, that's kind of the way we start to introduce careers and expectations that employers would have for people wanting to come into those careers. So we want to start opening up lots of channels for the learner and ways to feed the learner information. So you'll notice here there's a smartphone for the learner. Now that smartphone, you'll notice, also has a task list on it. And make a full screen here so everybody see a little bit easier. Task list there to help them keep track of the things they're going to be doing inside the story. There's a number of different channels we've opened up here. There is a Wikipedia here that pops up. There are actual mobile video games we reward the learner with to different tasks inside the experience. Voicemails, text messages they'll get, video messages as you'll see. You'll also see that again that task list. Because we're creating something that's going to reach a digital native, we've given the opportunity for the learner to be able to go through and customize their phone to make it their own. In the phone, as they go through, now they've made this set of channels we open up to feed them information for their own. As they go through this, there's going to be, again, all sorts of sidebar pieces that pop up. They're reading the story. And as the story unfolds, they find out that the company they're working at, they're going to be producing a multimedia explain GMO and GMO technology a person. As they go through, one of the first people they're going to meet in this experience is a mentor character. And the mentor character comes on and helps the learner understand the different stages they're at throughout this whole project. We're going to be sprinkling in here different subject matter experts as they go through. There's a sense of discovery as they go through this. And so there's lots of information that you're going to see that's going to appear to them as they're living this person's story. As Keith mentioned, this has been designed in such a way to really highlight Kansas City region. And there's about 40 different touch points inside this whole experience that really shapes this to make this part of local region here in the Kansas City area. Touch points are available for us to change and adapt so we can make this feel regional to wherever we want to deploy this around the country. As we go through this, they're going to get emails. The emails look like Outlook. Those emails can have attachments to them. There's an assessment piece and an internship report.